NitroBoot provides the fastest way to not just boot an embedded Linux system, but to get to the point where user input can be accepted. Our testing showed significant improvements in time to application ready, which is really the time that matters. Let's take a minute to watch a demonstration showing a side-by-side comparison. Boot times will vary depending upon many factors in the system. The thing to note here is the relative speed. We're using two identical i.MX6Q SABRE SDB boards. On the left, the system uses the stock Yocto Linux, and on the right, we've just added NitroBoot. And we hit the power button. Both boards boot up to a Wayland graphical desktop, then launch a web browser displaying a page from the Datalite website. The page is stored locally just to ensure network latency is not a factor. NitroBoot has the system ready for user input in about 7 seconds. The stock system is performing a normal boot to the Wayland desktop. Once Yocto has loaded the kernel and the Wayland desktop, the time it takes to start the browser and load the web page is only a few seconds. A different application with a longer initialization time would typically result in an even greater difference in boot time. The stock system is finally up, after a painfully long 42 seconds. It's said that you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So for this configuration and application, the difference between the stock system and the one enhanced with NitroBoot would result in a much better first impression. We did not have to make any modifications to the standard web browser application, and both systems loaded identical copies of the locally stored web page. If NitroBoot sounds like a solution for your system, we encourage you to evaluate it on a supported platform, such as the i.MX6 SABRE or the Raspberry Pi. Next, consider what level of customization would be required to meet your project needs. We're happy to consult with you on this aspect.